G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So as you can see, we're back into that Infinite Dragon Ball history event versing Super BROLY. If you've seen the last video, I wasn't going to do a video on how I would go about the movie boss aspect of the mission, but decided why not, So we've got the movie bosses in those first 3 slots, and then we're running a pretty stock standard transformation boost team here. So let's jump right on in. As we get going, the ideal rotations are going to be my cooler with the tech. There's our other rotation that I was going to mention is, the 2 blue fusions together. Obviously, don't want to pull them apart from each other. Annoying that we can't get off that super for cooler. So this will be our first rotation, and then the second rotation will be the my cooler with the tech freezer. So they link up relatively nicely together, and freezer's going to be our defensive go-to, while cooler's going to be dishing out all that crazy damage that he does, especially against these opponents, these Saiyan opponents, sorry. So pretty strong team here, and before cooler transforms, he's also going to provide good support to our other units, because they're all transformation boost units. So this team does work pretty well together, and hopefully we smash out the event nice and quickly. So let's see, 130k, that's a lot of damage to take. Bit of a surprise. No luck on the rotation front there. That's okay. We're just going to float off the Agile Gogeta. Obviously, we would have liked to have gotten off his super, but remembering that this golden freezer, I'm losing my mind. This golden freezer has his damage reduction passive active when he has 50% more health. So you got to make sure when he is getting hit that you do have that 50% plus health. You don't want to be taking those big hits from him, because once he goes above that health marker, he gets an attack boost rather than a defensive boost. So, but we'll transform cooler here. Can certainly leave him in as his base form and use him as a support unit, but I just love him getting into that final form transformation, gets off those crits, and he's raising his attack too, so he just becomes an offensive juggernaut here. Hopefully we don't get supered. Yep, as per usual, we don't want to get supered before we get off super attacks with the blue fusions, which doesn't really matter here because actually we haven't transformed to blue yet, so our defense isn't going to be very good at all, which is why you always like to get the 2 blue fusions on the second turn. If Dokkan's going to be nice enough to you there, because then they're going to transform straight away on the fourth turn. Ouch, this will hurt. Gogeta, yeah. In their base form, their defense is nothing spectacular at all. It's 180k, ouch. But here's where we've got Cooler coming in with his crits, and he's going to be raising his attack on these supers, so he's crazy. Solid on defense too. And then looking at the health bar, we don't have Frieza's passive active here, which is annoying. Cooler's passive active, sorry, I'm going mental, confusing these two with each other. But yeah, as I said before, I'm going to go straight into the transformation. Want to use that Juggernaut offensive power. Pretty neat transformation. Was definitely cool watching the Cooler movie back in the day. I'd love to see what they would do with him if they were to make him canon in the future. So we'll take that, and I'm going to back us in to finish him off before we take a big shot here. So hopefully we get multiple supers from Cooler, and beautiful. So there you go, that's Vegeta done and dusted. By looking at the health bar, you'll see it just reminds you of the fact that I've mentioned in the other videos. He survived. sometimes you are going to have to use items early on in the Infinite Dragon Ball history events. They don't give you a chance to build up that defense before you're getting smacked for big numbers like the LGE. So it's never truly a bad option to use an item in the earlier stages, because by the end of the event you've had a chance to stack and you're going to be perfectly fine. It's definitely not like when you're coming up against MUI and you need to have every item available to you. So these are our last 3 transformations out of the way, done and dusted. This will be a really good rotation for us. Take those into those, and then just going to pop a snake just because it's more of a safer than sorry type of thing. I assume we would have been fine anyway, depending on who gets supered, because if Broly supers Vegito after he gets off a couple of super attacks, his defense is nice and high, so that would have been fine. But if it had been Gogeta, the strong Gogeta taking one of those supers, we definitely would have been in a bit of trouble. But here we go, we'll start stacking up their attack stats nice and high. Again, it doesn't really matter when you use their active skills in missions like this, because you don't have one crazy strong opponent at the end. So we'll just see how we go with them. Maybe we will save them to the end, because that Super Saiyan Broly at the end does have quite a lot of health. But yeah, we'll just see how we go. So this is good because we've finally come around and we've got my cooler on rotation. So mine's 90%, I believe, 89%, one of the two. So he's just got a bit more hidden potential firepower. This Godku seals beforehand, so before the rotation starts, and he also seals on his super attack too. So a bit of an annoying ability, but as you can see, it was Frieza who got sealed. So if anyone on this rotation was getting sealed, we wanted it to be Frieza, because he's going to be putting out the lowest damage output for us here. We've got him here because we like his passive, that he's going to have that damage reduction available to us. So had he gotten supered, we would have taken no damage anyway. So yeah, him or that AGL Golden Frieza are both really good options to run in teams like this. Spewing, we didn't get the additional super there because we would have got this. We would have gotten off the finish and saved ourselves 190k health. Wow, it's more than I was expecting to take. But we'll go through. May as well stack, do it this way, because then we're opening up all the same type orbs, getting off a little bit more healing, and we've nearly got our Dokkan attack as well. So we'll probably fire that off maybe next rotation or the rotation after, and that'll heal us back up, so we won't have to worry about using another item. So let's see, we've got Super Saiyan Broly here. Yeah, we'll go at that type advantage. Guaranteed crit, so this is by no means a bad person or a bad unit to be firing off your Dokkan attack with. I forgot about this. Actually, no, this isn't the one that attacks all. It's when he goes berserk, is when he gets the attack all. So the final stage. Well, maybe it's the second last stage, sorry. Gogeta Blue could be the final stage. Can't remember. I recorded the other movie heroes aspect of this video 2 days ago, so have done a bit in between then. But let's see how we go here with the big crit. It is always interesting to see how the Dokkan attack does affect your stats. So 4.5 million, which is very good. Remembering that he's going to crit again here, and he is raising his attack, so those numbers are just going to continue to get higher and higher. And then we've got the AGL Gogeta in that third slot, so he's also going to provide us with the dodging, and or not. Wow, 0 dodging, which is annoying. And they've just split our rotation, which is even more annoying. I'm just going to pop Gogeta's active skill. May as well just finish off this BROLY here. Pretty devastated that he has split our Blue Fusion's rotation. You always want to keep those two together just because of how well they link together. But anyway, there's that. Such a cool ending screen there. Throwing that little extra bit of key to the side. Yeah, that's dope. Do love that. So we'll take that to that. And that, I guess, doesn't really matter. We are going to be floating off the BROLY, but he will fire off a lot of damage, remembering that he fires off multiple supers when he's transformed into, I guess we'll call it Rage BROLY, and he is going to be lowering defense as well. So with that type advantage, he should wreak havoc on this int Golden Frieza, even though I'm pretty sure that he's fizz when you earn his free-to-play unit. But anyway, so let's see, 1.14, not bad. Always good if he's going to fire off 3 supers though. Do love this BROLY unit, so I do like to include him in the transformation boost teams that I run. Even in SBR, he has that attack all, which is always pretty handy. If we go like that, I guess if we grab that, let's see if AGL, no, still not going to dodge. I'm pretty sure he has a high chance to dodge, so for him not to dodge like 5 times in a row now, it's pretty annoying. But he does get that guaranteed crit, which we will always take. There we go, there's our first dodge, second dodge. No, not that time. But we didn't get supered, and Gogeta will finish off Frieza here, so we'll be all dandy going into the next stage. So up next we've got the Super Saiyan Gogeta. Might just go like that. I'd rather get off a super attack with the Blue Fusion Vegito, sorry. Ooh, this hurts. This will actually really hurt. And we're going to lose our... Actually, did we have... What was the typing? I didn't see the typing there. I think it was strong, actually. But the other thing is that we've just lost the passive of the Golden Frieza, which is probably what is more disheartening than anything. So we're going to die here. Yeah, definitely. I know, where? Okay, I'm not sure what the go of that was. His passive shouldn't have been active, so he should have been getting absolutely smacked there. But alrighty then, we won't complain about that. That means I don't have to restart the video. So, back like that. Obviously going to pop that. May as well do that. And then that lines us up. Hopefully we can pump on a bit of damage here, 2.8. So my AGL Gogeta is rainbowed. Most of his links are between like 6 and 8, I'm pretty sure. So that's a pretty good indication of the type of damage you're going to do with this unit. I love running him alongside this strong Gogeta, but it's tough to tear those 2 Blue Fusions apart because they're just so crazily good together. There it is, that second super, which we're always hoping for because they're, again, stacking attack. Let's see, yep, tanks. Oh, we've got a Princess Snake active, so we're never going to take a crazy amount of damage. We'll be relying on crits here to deal any type of damage because we've got that type disadvantage. So there's the first super. So let's see if we can... A crit could certainly finish him here. Yep. Oh, look at that. Slither of health. Always the way. but we'll go like that. It's going to hope that we don't get supered first up is probably the best we can do there. I think we just have half our health, or we had just half our health at the start of the rotation, so Freezer's passive would have been active at least, but obviously Cooler's going to destroy him there. Then we take on BROLY yet again. So Fizz, yeah, we'll just go with that. Into that. Just going to pop an Icarus just for these next couple of turns so that we have a bit of a chance to get a heal up. Because if you've seen my items, I like to run Princess Snake, which is only a 50% heal, so that doesn't do anything crazy for us. And then the Icarus for more damage reduction. So once you've used up your 2 healing items, you do put yourself in a bit of a vulnerable position, but I feel you do get better value from using an Icarus because you get 2 turns of lowered damage, and that's going to be the time that you're trying to collect a good amount of orbs that you're able to heal. Does always make it tough with just the 2 items though, and that's why the defensive stackers are always going to be the meta for these longer events. They're able to heal more, so always smart to have to go on that front. If you've got units like, I don't know, if you're not using the transformation boost Cooler, then you're using the free-to-play Tech Cooler. He stacks defense. You've also got the Int Golden Cooler, Easy A, stacks defense as well. So there's certainly plenty of options. Or you've got units like the Easy A Janemba, the Guard, and you can certainly go down that route. Getting off the second super here, so it doesn't look like we're going to have to worry too much here because, look at that, survived with the Slitherers again. Always my luck. But anyway, there's Golden Freezer finishing him off. And we move on to the last stage of Blue Gogeta. So, not a crash hot RNG for us. Guess if we go, we'll just pop this again. So we've got another 2 turns of a bit of healing, a bit of, I don't know. Yeah, it's more just giving us the opportunity to heal and get those orbs. Key spheres, sorry, not orbs. But we'll do a ton of damage with Blue Fusion Vegito here with that type advantage, especially getting off multiple supers. He's continuing to stack, so expect him to tank extremely well here. Would rather him get supered right now, please. So that's scary because we don't want either of these other 2 units to really get supered. Even though we do have the Icarus active, that type disadvantage can really drive a nail into the coffin. Okay, so 2 more attacks left. What are the chances that we get done in? Always worrying when you have survived so many attacks and then you get to the end and you're just waiting for that super. As you see, 24k is pretty big. So we don't have our health requirement there for the passive of Freezer, but we've got type advantage, so we're just going to have to take that and hope for the best. So it's not those, it's not those normal attacks that we're worried about, it's the super attack that we're just getting smacked with here. So let's have a look. 10k, wow, with the Icarus that is not a great deal of damage to be taking. Because remembering, we're going to have Vegito next rotation. This Gogeta is going to be below half health. We're just going to be able to pop the active skill and that'll finish him off. In saying that, if might not need it, AGL Gogeta might come through with the finish here with that crit. So it's always great to have units like the Cooler and this AGL Gogeta that are guaranteeing you crit like that, because type disadvantage becomes irrelevant and you know you're going to be able to pump out good defensive numbers there. So almost had our Dokkan attack again. Used a lot more items than we would have liked to, but there's the movie boss mission done and dusted. Hope you guys find it useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up the content. I'm going to keep dropping those videos, so always good to keep up with it on the subscription notifications. And hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you all on the next video.